In my last 2 episodes, the chicks were out on the branches, hopping around, doing wing flaps, and I even captured one doing a short flight from a branch up to its nest. I've been patiently watching and waiting to finally capture one doing a sustained flight, and on this day, this nest was looking promising for making that wish come true. This is the time when the nestling or the chick becomes a fledgling, which occurs at approximately 8 weeks after hatching. It's absolutely amazing how fast they grow to almost full adult size. As you can see in this nest, there was a lot of activity going on, with all 3 of these nestlings flying in and out of the nest. I love this scene of the chick just looking out on the water. And look, he's crouching down a little. I thought maybe he was going to take off right there, but he didn't. And there goes the other chick out of the nest, looking up at the other one, and then going back in the nest. They do watch each other a lot. They pay attention to a lot of things going on. I always notice them looking around a lot. The cormorants are very active, so a lot of times they watch them. And the cormorant just went zipping by there. And now he flies back into the nest, and that was such a beautiful little flight, making a perfect turn into the nest. They're such majestic looking birds. And these 3 nestlings seem like they really get along well. That's not always the case in all the nests that I've watched. There he goes back out on the branch again, doing some wing flaps. As I said, I really was hopeful that something might happen with this nest. So stick around for part 2 and see what happens next. The moment has finally arrived to reveal if one of these nestlings will become an official fledgling. They look like they're having a little pre-flight meeting here. Alright, which one of us is going to attempt this first? Who's going to try it? Who's going to be the brave one? And they're doing a little beak play. Maybe that's like drawing straws to see who's going to do it. And here's a view of the river, and then panning down to show the nest placement in the rookery. And the 3 of them are still in the nest. One is moving around to the outside of the nest, and he looks like he's positioning himself to do something. This was such a suspenseful moment, waiting to see if one of them was going to take off. And I'm watching, and I'm waiting, and I'm watching, and I'm waiting. I do a lot of watching and waiting. Now he's crouching down, and there he goes! Oh my gosh, he did it! He's flying! This is the first sustained fledgling flight that I've seen so far. He's doing a great job. Circling around the rookery. Oh, and then he dropped a deuce. And then he looks like he does a nosedive into the rookery, and then a minute later he appeared up on this branch at the top. But the nest he's next to is not his nest, so I orbited around to locate it. And then within a minute or 2, he flew back to it. I'm sure they were all having a great celebration. You did it! Yay! And right after that, I couldn't believe it. One of the other chicks took off across the rookery and landed right where the first one did. And those nestlings don't seem too happy about it. They're like, get out of here, go back to your own nest. It really amazes me that they all know which nests are theirs and who their siblings are. And now all 3 of them are back safely in their nest together. What an exciting moment this was for me to finally capture a fledgling doing sustained flight. And over the next couple of days, I was able to capture a few more really cool fledgling flights that I'm going to be showing you now. This fledgling flew directly across the river to Miller Island. And this really appears to be a first flight for this chick. Check him out because he looks really like he's not that experienced yet at it. His wing even gets a little caught on the branch. And then he was hanging out there for a little while, just chilling. Then he took off again to head back to the rookery. And then I captured 2 of them flying around. Isn't this amazing? This is like so exciting to me. And he makes it almost to the top of the rookery. So a great first flight for this fledgling. And this is a really great fledgling flight that I captured where he makes a perfect landing. And here goes another one. This is a longer flight. Oh, 2 of them just crossed over each other there. And I followed this one a little ways down the river. So this probably wasn't the first flight for this fledgling. And then, oh my gosh, it looks like something hit him there. I don't know what that was. But he seems to continue on fine, and now he's circling back around towards the rookery. But oops, no, that's not the rookery. And hopefully he will find his way back eventually. And that's a wrap on the great blue heron fledgling's first flight.